Hello everybody, my name is Max King here. Today I'll be talking about my experience in computer science course. I'm studying in Budapest at ELTE University or Eötvös Loránd University, as you can call it. I'll be talking about my impression of the university, my experience in Hungary, and so on. Let's get started. So, I've started my journey by registering for the scholarship. It's called Stipend Hungaricum. Links down below if you want to check it out. So I registered for it because my bigger brother, he wanted to study in Europe as a veterinary or some medical of sort. So I didn't want him to be lonely, so I went along with him. So I registered for a course in computer science in some university. At first, I didn't know ELTE was a popular university or a well-known, you could say. So then after I finished registering, passed the exam, the filter and all, I got the scholarship. It was surprising after I researched about the university that it was a #1 university in Hungary. But the most funny part of it all was that my brother, he didn't got the scholarship. Yeah, so it's sort of like a reverse role now that instead of him being alone, I went alone instead. So yeah, I then took the journey to Hungary. And when I first landed in airport, the first thing I did, as all people who go to foreign country would do, exchange my money. And yeah, as you all know, exchanging money in airport is a bad idea. It's like a rookie mistake, but I don't have much choice. I exchanged for it, got 10% commission cut by the exchange guy. He scammed like 10 euro out of me also. Then I went to my hotel which I booked earlier when I was back at my country, and when I went there, it's damn small. When I say small, it's like a room you would see in Japan. Like like a small hotel and all the room is all cramped up, and you don't even have refrigerator here. So then, after I settled down on my first day, on the second day, I decided to walk to the university because going by bus or the transportation costs like €1 per ticket, and I'm not paying a dime for it. So I just went on foot, 3.2 kilometers. It was exhausting. But that's not all. Even the rooms are confusing. There is no like direct clear map on where you're supposed to walk for the class. We're just all busy around. When I asked around, nobody knew the class because they want the code of the class, like the number like 2.146. How am I supposed to know? I was taking an online lesson earlier, and then all I know is the teacher name. So yeah, it was pretty exciting adventure around the university, missing like most of the class on the first and second day. After that, I went and did my document like the student ID, resident permit. It was very, very confusing. The place, they don't really speak English that much. I expected most of the people to speak English, but I have heard worse from other students who studied in Pest or like some other city in Hungary. They speak a lot less English than Budapest, which is already less from my understanding. So yeah, it was very stressful and people were not really friendly. I mean, I came from Thailand, the land of smiles, so you could say I have a high expectation. And don't get me started, the course, the teacher, the first lesson was pretty subtle. It's not that hard. But then after the first week, it became a speed run. The teacher is really trying to cram as much knowledge as much as possible, and then without laying much foundation, assuming you actually know them already. Luckily, I have programming experience, so I managed to pass by barely. But then I'm feeling kind of, sympathy for the student who just came because they want to become a computer science software engineer, but they don't have any experience. And yeah, the quirky things here in ELTE are one of the course which is called functional programming. The lesson apparently uses the language called clean. Yeah, literally clean. Try googling it up and you'll barely find any answer or question on it, except one website of it, and there's like one or two book which is written about it. Yeah, the language is based on Haskell, so you can sort of reverse engineer your way if you actually know Haskell, but I don't. So yeah, people were deeply troubled by course, and yeah, not that great, but after you learn it for a while, you just start to get used to it. I mean, they're supposed to teach about functional programming, but people are mostly struggling to even comprehend the language, so they don't have much time to study on the concept itself. Luckily, I know the concept, but I don't know the language, so I'm just struggling with the language itself. And yeah, the place here in Budapest is very beautiful. I would say it's more like old-fashioned style. There is not much to do shopping. I mean, back in Thailand, the shopping mall is pretty big. It has a lot of variety of things, and I love it. And here there is not much to shop around. And yeah, the document here is pretty confusing. They're in Hungarian mainly. Things here overall are pretty challenging, I would say. It just forces you to actually spend most of your time on study, which is great in some view, but I mean, I don't really get much time to spend on other things. Like looking around the city, there's like Buddha Castle, Town Square, the Parliament. It's known to be very beautiful. So after I start to get used to it, things start to come easier. I mean, in terms of living, not in study. Study just gets more frustrating and difficult. The only thing which is saving me is basically my past experience. But don't let the story stop you from actually going out and study and becoming a CS student. I mean, the other place could be different. The other place people complain mainly about Java, but here we complain about clean. And try googling clean, you'll just find how to make a cleaner code. Thank you for listening till the end. I hope you enjoy me talking about this, my first term in ELTE in Hungary. It was pretty fun. I meet a lot of new people. They were nice. So yeah, thank you very much for listening. Please subscribe, like, and share if you like. Comment below if you have something you want to add or something you want to know. Just like if you have problem with it, but please comment something so I could know what to improve on. Thank you very much for listening to the end, and see you next time. Goodbye.